What's going on, Jerome's? All off season long, we were talking about how we were super fired up about what Brian Flores was going to do with this Vikings defensive unit. And overall, I mean, the Vikings added some great free agents in Andrew Van Ginkel, Jonathan Grenard, Hadi Ward, Cashman outside. How about that? Shaq and Gilly. And overall, you felt really good about the direction of the defense, and also, that Flores wants to be multiple up front. Versatility is key, and you had so many damn players that can play a lot of positions, and the Vikings defense had depth for, the first time in forever. And you're seeing it show up and show out early and often as Flores is indeed unleashing hell on opposing offenses, and a lot of NASCAR packages, especially on third down. On 8 of 10 third downs against the 49ers, the Vikings had 4 defensive ends on the field. So, having a lot of fun out there. And so far, through 2 weeks, yes, week 1 it was the Giants and Daniel Jones. But week 2, Brock Purdy and the Niners, and Kyle Shanahan and the Niners, one of the best offenses in the National Football League. And through 2 weeks, early returns are pretty good for the Flores Hellfire defense. So 23 total points allowed, third in the league, 639 yards allowed, 17th. Now, some of that is that 99-yard drive by the Niners, as well as that last drive where San Francisco settled for a field goal. Also, there's some garbage time in the Giants game, so I ain't necessarily worried about that. Right? Turnover 4, tied for 4th in the league. Passing yards per attempt 5.2, 8th. Rushing yards per carry 3.8, tied for 8th in the National Football League, because we are back to having the meats. Taki Taami getting some run, man. And also the Vikings run fits have been pretty damn good through 2 weeks, even though you gave up 100 and a touchdown to Jordan Mason, but sort of the cost of doing business. Now, this is what's really important. So blitz percentage is down. Vikings last year were the number 1 blitzing team in the National Football League at about 51%. And we said all offseason long, what Flores wants to do is bluff up front, play games, disguise coverages, but still drop 7. Because the greatest competitive advantage and the greatest privilege is getting pressure with 4. And the Vikings have only sent extra rushers 12.9% of the snaps, 17th in the league. So that's a precipitous drop. But, the Vikings have gotten a lot more efficient with pressure, getting heat on 26.9% of the snaps, second in the league behind only the Cowboys. How'd that work out against the Saints week 2? And for reference, the Vikings were 14th in the league in pressures last year. So they were number 1 in blitz, they're 14th in pressures, but now they're number 17 in blitz and number 2 in pressures. All right, so they're being much more efficient up front. They're second in the league in pressures with 25. They're leading the league in sacks with 11, 5 against the Giants, and Daniel Jones, 6 on Brock Purdy, a career high for him. And overall, the Vikings have a PFF defensive grade of 76.5. We'll get into DVOA, except that doesn't come out until Wednesday. But overall, you have to feel pretty damn good. And yeah, first week was the Giants, but second week against Brock Purdy and the Niners, hello. Against one of the best offensive minds in the game, Kyle Shanahan as well. Against one of the best offensive lines in the game, and if not a generational left tackle in Trent Williams, getting that heat. We after that ass, Purdy. That's exactly what happened, man. So overall, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, there's a ton of season to go, but can't wait to get after C.J. Stroud's ass. Can't wait to get after Malik Willis / Jordan Love's ass. Can't wait to get after Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers has the shortest amount of time to throw in the National Football League. Pair that with his old ass and bird bones. Could be yum time in old Jolly London town, right? And also, Jared Goff has been an absolute mess under pressure this season. So overall, you have to be in love with what the Flores Hellfire defense is doing. And he's doing all of this, but guarantee you, he'll get 0 goose egg D'Angelo Russell job interviews this offseason, which is BS. It's so blatant that he's being frozen out. Even if the Vikings finish, hell, we'll say the number 1 defense or top 5 defense overall, he'll still get nothing. Nada. Because Tua was out there talking junk. Hey, I bet you this defense is really good because Flores tells them they all suck every day or something like that. No. They love Flores. Flores loves them. And like we said before, it could be a spot where if Flores doesn't get any traction for head coaching gigs or college gigs anytime soon, he could be here in Minnesota long term, just building and growing and showing this defense in his image. And with Kevin O'Connell holding things down on offense, could be glorious, man. Could be glorious. But this defense is a ton of fun. They are multiple. They are hellacious. It's exactly what Darnold and McCarthy talked about in training camp, just going up against Flores' defense every single day. And Brock Purdy was impressed by Flores' D as well, saying that your scheme is insane. When you have a Super Bowl participant quarterback come up to you and saying, like, your scheme is insane, you know you've broken them. You know that's over, man. But got to keep it up week by week. A big-time test coming in against the Texans, C.J. Stroud and company. But it's kind of awesome, man. Like, you forget how good it feels to have a fantastic defense that you can set your watch to. And I think the Vikings certainly have that right now. But your thoughts are thoughts. Look at the Vikings defensive rankings through week 2. Let us know your thoughts. Comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.